Hey there guys, we're going to be going to the final boss of the JP Dark Visions with the new Water Party that I have recently pulled. So this is the team we're going to use, and I'll explain stuff as we go. But I will tell you that Cloud and Rain are not going to deal their potential damage because Cloud is not a Guardian and Rain is not a Warder unit. So Cloud has a bad leader skill and Rain is not getting the good overdrive from Titus. But we still need them. Let's get in here and give it a go. The boss is an insect, weak to lightning and water, and we're going to be using both the elements. So during the ambush, the boss will put up this field that we don't like. We're going to deal with that in a second, though. Okay, so on turn 1, the boss is going to use AoE Stop. So Titus on Lakshmi will give us Stop immunity. The boss will also do an AoE physical attack, which we're going to use Ihana to normal attack to give us Mirage. Her normal attack applies Mirage. The boss will also do some single target attacks with accuracy and an AoE full break on the party. So Cloud will do break immunity, or attack break immunity for the party. We're going to put up his field to get rid of the enemy field, and then doesn't really matter what else. Riku will do a resist buff for the party. She's going to do her LB fill because she's only EX1. And then she's going to do this slot skill that will hopefully, not that one, the slot skill that will hopefully unlock this mitigation buff. It's only a 15%. If it does, great. If not, it's still fine. Tifa will imbue the party with water. She's going to be our 400% stat buff. She's a really good unit. And then we're going to just Chakra to fill her mana gauge back up. While Rain will cover. Rain will do an 88 attack and magic break. And then we will Omni cover on turn 1 for the mitigation. Okay, so some attacks right here. Not that big a deal. Yeah, pretty low damage when Rain has 90% mitigation up. Okay, so on turn 2, the boss is going to do another AoE physical damage. So we're going to use Ihana to Mirage the party again. Again, some single target physical with accuracy that Rain is provoking. AoE magic that Rain's going to cover. An AoE mana drain, that's not that big a deal. And then the boss is going to reapply fields yet again. So Riku did unlock the mitigation. We should use that, but I'm going to show you the worst case scenario that the mitigation did not unlock. So because it did unlock, you could use it, but for demonstration's sake, I'm just going to guard her. And in fact, the entire party will guard this turn except for Ihana. That's mostly so we take less from the mana drain. Okay, so some attacks right here. Rain covers, and then a mana drain, which is not too terrible when you're guarding. There you go. Okay, so turn 3, the boss is just going to do a double AoE physical and a double AoE magical. So Ihana, yet again, normal attack to double Mirage the party. Tifa will do her modifier buff and then just Chakra twice. We're killing on turn 5, by the way. Riku will put up the 70% amplify field for water, lightning, and ice. Riku will also put up her 50% weapon in peril to like 9 weapons. Specifically, though, it includes Greatsword, Sword, and Fist. So the whole party now has a 50 weapon in peril. Then Riku will do a 160 insect killer that honestly only Cloud needs because the rest are getting Ihana's killer. Cloud will now do the break immunity yet again. We're going to imbue him with Thunder this turn and then just use his mana regen skill. Titus on this turn will imbue himself with Thunder. He's going to do a 40% imperil field to ice, water, lightning, and I think light. And then Titus will do, honestly, nothing else really matters. This turn, at least. And then Rain on this turn will give us Shelga. We're going to do Bolting Strike to break the boss, and then just cover again. Okay, so some minor attacks this turn. So we really want Ihana to counter this turn. She's wearing a lot of counter gear, so it's very high chance. There we go. So Ihana countered, and that gave us the double Mirage again for this turn. It's very important that Ihana counters on turn 3 for this strategy, so that we have double Mirage, because she's going to be doing killers this turn. So now Ihana will do 250 Insect Killer on Tifa and Riku. And all our overdrives are now ready. Cloud's, Tifa's, and Titus's. Let's see here. So Cloud is now going to do... we're gonna be killing next turn. So we're gonna do the 500 LB buff, his modifier buff, and then Cloud will do the 89 breaks. Titus will do his 500 LB buff, his modifier buff, and now Titus is gonna do the AoE 150 amplify. He only gets this at EX2, so it's AoE 150 amplify for lightning, water, ice, and his last element, I forget what it is. So the whole party now has 150 amps to all the elements. Let's see here. Riku is now going to do her modifier buff. Riku will do her small LB buff. She's only EX1. And then she's going to do her 200% lightning in peril. So Riku is the 200 lightning in peril for the party. Rain is now going to do on this turn his LB buff, his modifier buff, not that one, his modifier buff, and last action, doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. We'll shell go again. Okay, and then Tifa will do her big LB buff. Tifa is also our 200 water in peril. So yeah, so we're double elementing with really good imperils and all that. And then Tifa will also do her last action, the AoE water imbue, because some of the thunder imbues remove the water imbue. So Tifa will reapply, because I want to dual element chain on most of the party. So there we go. So this turn, the boss again just does a double AoE physical and a double AoE magic, but also a mana drain again. So once again, we're really hoping that Ihana counters. If she does, great. If not, it's okay. She did counter. That's great. That refills mana. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to shift Rain. And we're going to use all the overdrives. So Titus's overdrive is a 30% total damage amplify for all these units. Unfortunately, Rain is not a water unit, so he doesn't get Cloud's, or I'm sorry, Titus's amplify, which is a really unfortunate thing in this party. So we'll go ahead and do that. Tifa is for Guardians. Now, unfortunately, Cloud is not a Guardian, so we'll go ahead and do her overdrive. But the good news is, Cloud has his own overdrive for Rebellion. Now, overdrives that are stat-based do not stack, so Tifa is not doubling up the stat overdrive. That's just for Cloud himself, because he wouldn't have it otherwise. And okay, so out of curiosity, we can look at some numbers. 27,000 on Cloud, 32,000 on Scarlet Rain, 32,000 on Titus, attack power, 30,000 on Tifa, or Riku, and 32,900 on Tifa. So yeah, as you notice right here, Cloud is missing 5,000 attack power because he has a bad leader skill with Titus. So he's going to take a big damage penalty. So anyway, so because of that, we're going to use Ihana to give Insect Killer to Titus and Rain. So Cloud only has a 160 Insect Killer. So his damage is going to look kind of bad, but that's unfortunate. And the way we were able to do that with Ihana is mana reduction and counter gear and Moogle TMR. Anyway, it is now time to kill the boss. So, Tifa, Riku, Titus, and Rain are all absolute mirror, and Cloud is a 5-hitter. So all that combined is exactly a 100 count chain. So Cloud, I'm sorry, the back row is going to go first. We're going to wait like a second and a half. Then the front row is going to go after the chain is built because they're 6 times or 8 times chainers. So here we go. So we send these, we wait, send these, and that should be a 100 count chain. And hopefully good damage. In a test run, I did 38 billion, but I messed up on the test run. So let's see how we do right here. 41 billion. That's pretty good. And we'll see how we rank up with our 41 billion damage score. And I'll show you the gear in a second. Okay, so perfect score other than, you know, the damage. Only SS, really? New record, too. Anyway, damage breakdown. So, like I said, Cloud is really penalized here. Cloud did not get a 250 killer. Cloud did not get a good leader skill. So, don't judge him too hard. Tifa and Titus both did crazy good damage, 10 billion apiece. And then Rain is not getting the overdrive. Rain should be dealing 30% more damage, but unfortunately he is not a water unit, so he doesn't qualify for Titus's overdrive. But we needed him to cover. And then Riku is only EX1, so she's penalized as well. She'd be doing a lot more at EX2. Anyway, there we go. And at the current time, I am rank 72, which, considering DV has been out for like a week and a half, that's pretty good. I'm in the top 100 on JP, which is not easy. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I will show you the team. Unfortunately, no one has the Overkiller for Insect because I'm cheap. I don't want to spend the Nethicite. All I really care about is getting into Dark Vision's Abyss, which requires top 3,000. I guarantee you, I made top 3,000. So I'm not going to waste. I'm not going to waste Galvanite to unlock Overkillers on JP because I don't do expeditions on JP hardly ever. Anyway, Ihana is using now. Ihana, this is important. Ihana is not immune to ice, lightning, water, or dark because we want her to mirage those attacks and counter them. So Blizzard Orb and the counter material. I'm sorry, not this. And the counter materia to give her counter chance increase so that she automatically, for free, double mirages the party. We gave her Yeti combat style so that she refills more mana on the first few turns. And we gave her the Moogle TMR, which automatically fills her MP on the burst turn. And then we gave her 80% damage reduction or mana reduction with 3 stars and the hat from Dragon Quest. And we gave her counter up with Cypher's Coat and Looming Raft to maximize her counter chance. And then just a whatever card. Tifa is maxed out on Insect Killer. Maxed LB damage, double fist, nothing special here. There we go. Just, damage. And we gave her a card. Riku is using fist, is maxed out on damage. We gave her her own little token. Maxed out on Insect Killer, and there we go. Cloud is maxed out on Insect Killer, maxed LB damage. Chain Cap from his own STMR, and there we go. And Rain in the shift form is maxed out on Insect Killer, LB damage, etc. There's the gear we use. And then in the base form, he had full evasion, full passive provoke, and then as much defense as we can reasonably gear him. He's a magic tank, so defense is not easy. And then he's immune to ice, water, dark, and lightning. Yeah, he's immune to those. There you go. And then full evasion, passive provoke. Oh, and we gave him automatic shell and protect with Wisdom of Hess. And then, I forgot about Cloud. Hold on. I forgot about Titus. And then Titus, right here, is... I gave Titus the Dark Vision's Greatsword for more damage because he's the highest damage dealer here. So therefore, he gets the Dark Vision's Greatsword. It's not his proper weapon type, but it didn't matter, honestly. And there we go. We gave him Chain Cap up from the Gruder Ring, and then just some killers, and yeah. And then we gave him Squall's card. Okay, there it is. I'll put a turn chart in the comments if you really want it, but there's my clear. Currently ranked 72. We'll see how it does when Dark Visions ends. See you in a bit.